Good morning. I'm Diane Holland, and it's Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And I am day number 2 in my quest and mission to change 1,000 lives by May 1st, 2017. Okay, so I did some research yesterday, and I started looking up some statistics on baby boomers, and here's what I found. As you know, my quest is to target our generation, which I think is the best and the most fabulous ever, for a lot of reasons, which I won't talk about. But what I found out that in 1999, between the years of 1999 and 2015, 3.9 million of us died. I realize that part of that is because we're aging, but if you look at the oldest of us being 70 and the youngest being 52, that's still pretty young. So what is it exactly that we're doing that's killing us? We are dying at a very quick rate. That comes out to about 670 a day. And I do think a lot of that is health. 33% of all health cost is used by us, spent by us. 33% of all prescriptions is spent on us. And 40% of all doctor's visit is our age bracket. So we are sick, we're taking medication, we're going to the doctor all the time, and we're still dying. So I haven't told you much about me and my background, but I have a bachelor's degree in marketing and a master's degree in psych, and I worked in a very great and large hospital for 14 years. And one of the things that I saw is that people can follow doctor's orders. They still are sick. Outlive still come into the hospital. They still die. And if you want an extraordinary life, if you want to outlive the statistics, you got to do things that nobody else is doing. Now, I personally do a lot of things which I don't expect anybody else to do, but being oppositional, like a baby boomer is, I do what I'm not supposed to do. So if the doctor says do this, I do the opposite. If they tell me to take a medication, I go in and look and see what the research is on that. And if it makes even an eighth of the people sick, or only 50% get better, then I'm not taking it. I'm going to figure out a different way to address that symptom, such as I don't have hypertension, I don't have heart problems, I don't have cancer, I don't have any of the things that our generation has right now. And a lot of that is to my own opposition and my own research and what I think works. And I've seen a lot of things in our decade or our generation happen. The cancer's gone up, hypertension's gone up, pain's gone up. I mean, the amount of people that are on prescription pain medication is overwhelming to me. All of those things, even though they address the symptom, they don't fix the problem. So one of the things that I'd like you to think about is how can we as a generation stay around longer so that we can impact the generation underneath us? How can we make a difference and fight for our rights and fight for America if we're not here? So one of the things that I'm going to tell you that I've had to learn in the last 5 years for sure, it's something that I talk about often in therapy with other people, but boundaries. And your challenge today is going to be on boundaries and how our generation has enabled the generation below us, how our generation continues to take care of them so that they can't take care of themselves. You'll be happy to know that 29% of all millennials still live with their parents. That's you and me, and I have one living here too. But that's you and me still taking care of them so that they don't have to be responsible and take care of themselves. And what you don't know is that when we die and we leave, how are they going to take care of themselves? I would have rather set myself on fire and stood in Times Square than to move back home with my parents. Not because I didn't love them, because I really did, but because I was determined I was going to do it on my own. Even if that meant I was broke and didn't have the money to eat and drove a clunker car, I still was doing it on my own. And because things were so hard for us, we wanted to make it a little easier for our kids, so we just did it for them. And because of that, they didn't learn the crucial skills that they needed to take care of themselves. Now, let me reinforce again, millennials, we love you. We love you, we love you, we love you. We would give our life for you, and we have. And it's cost us our health and our finances and our time. And what we did was we took care of you instead of taking care of us. So, your challenge today is for the next 24 hours, I want you to set boundaries. And what that may look like for some of you is that every time somebody asks you something, you say no. Do it with love, do it with compassion, but just say no. Today, I'm going to use this 24 hours for me. It may mean that you call somebody and tell them how you feel, or you call somebody and you say, I'm not going to be able to babysit for your kids anymore, or you don't give them money when they ask, or you do something for yourself. Do something that you really need to do for yourself. For some, it's meditation. For some, it's going shopping. For some, it's getting together with a friend. Do the stuff that you used to love to do in the 70s. We hung out and I'm not encouraging partying, but we partied and we talked about things and we, again, showed up. So for some of you, that may mean showing up where you haven't shown up before. For some of you, that may mean saying no to a family gathering when you need to spend that time for yourself. We're overcommitted and we're tired. So that's your first challenge. You may have to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can actually couple that 5-second challenge with anyone. Again, my 5-second challenge today and yesterday was to get on YouTube. You know why, so I won't tell you again because I don't like myself on camera. The other thing that I'm going to talk about briefly is to embrace your flaws. We're a flawed generation, and because we're older, on the exterior of us, we look really flawed. I'm going to, look at my face. I have wrinkles there. If I smile too much, I have wrinkles there. Look at that. I have crepey skin, and it's something that I don't like to look at because it shows that I've aged. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be myself and I'm going to show my flaws. So your next challenge is to take a selfie and post it wherever you can post it. Post it on Facebook. Would it not be great if 1 million baby boomers posted selfies on Facebook every day just to show the generation underneath us how stupid that is? Who cares what we look like? But I will tell you that, having a marketing degree, that America has made billions of dollars on trying to be perfect. They appeal to our flaws, but our goal is to always look perfect. I have issues with my arms because I have crepey skin on my arms, so I always wear sleeves that kind of cover that. And so today I'm going to walk around with bare arms. I don't know if you've noticed, but in America, if you're on the news or if you're a movie star or whatever you are, it's a big thing to show your arms if you're a woman, because that represents, I'm not sure what. The other thing that's really important to this generation, if you're a woman, is to wear a tube sock dress, which is so tight you can't breathe, and 5-inch heels. I think that really, in my brain, takes us back 50 years. That represents everything I fought for, which was women's rights and holding our ground in a man's world where we had to show up with our brains, not our sex appeal. So again, even though I love the beautiful people, and they are beautiful, and I understand why they do that, I don't relate to it. I relate to how imperfect I am as a human, how when you get older you age and things start to sag and things start to look like creepy or whatever it's called, and your neck is yucky and you have crow's feet right here and your hair gets thin, and but that's who we are. And we need to be proud of that and show the generation underneath us that it's okay to be imperfect. And it's not the external that we're judged on, it's the internal. It's the person inside of us that matters, not the pretty makeup face and the perfect hair and the perfect body. All of that stuff may get you in the door, but it won't keep you in the door. So anyway, your 2 challenges today are, number 1, set boundaries, and number 2, to show your flaws. And if that means taking a selfie and sending it to somebody, just do it. Because what I want you to know is we are important and we matter and we count. And if you don't believe that, if all of us band together and took our money out of the economy for a day, do you know what that would do to our economy? If we got healthy and quit going to the doctor and didn't need medication, do you know what that would do to the medical field? So anyway, that's your challenge today. I will see you tomorrow, and have a great Sunday.